Press Center, where the Attorney General Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, has been updating the nation essentially on the investigation so far into the National Service ghost names scandal. And a number of things came to the fore today, Kemini. Over the last 1 hour, we've been hearing some detail of the investigation so far into this National Service scandal. One of the sticky points, at least for now, we have further and better particulars on the said Member of Parliament who was allegedly bribed to kill this story in the media. As was earlier reported, if you recall, the Attorney General himself at a previous press conference did indicate that a Member of Parliament was allegedly bribed to kill this National Service scandal, ghost name scandal story in the media. Today, after I asked that question of exactly who this person is, then we got to know some further confirmation that we're talking about Kwame Asare-Obeng, the Member of Parliament for the Goma Central constituency. I'm talking about A+. He did indicate that yes, he is being investigated for the said allegation and other related matters as well. And then also he will either be serving as a prosecution witness to support and also give some further details to the prosecutions, that's the charges that they are pressing against these 12 individuals that we got to know today. If no agreement is reached for him to serve as a prosecution witness, then he may have to also stand trial. That's according to the Attorney General. So that's information that we have right now. Apart from him, I'm talking about Kwame Asare-Obeng A+. We also got to know that the other Member of Parliament who is involved is the former CEO of the National Service Authority, in the person of Mustafa Yusuf, who is the Yagaba Kobore Member of Parliament. He served as the Director General of the National Service Authority for a period. And he is also one of 12 persons whom, according to the Attorney General Minister of Justice, he is going to, or they're going to be charged with a number of charges that he read today. Apart from him, there are other individuals like Osei Asibe, the immediate past Director General of the authority, and then also Gift Yowari Mensah, who has also been in the news. We recall that she was also interrogated at some point, some 3 months ago. And then also, according to the Attorney General today, there's been some detail about how she allegedly ran a well-calculated scheme, according to how the Attorney General put it, and then was able to use the National Service personnel data to secure and obtain a loan of over 30.6 million Ghana cedis from the ADB, and then through that also was able to, as it were, register a company with the name Blocks of Life Consult. And then she got this loan of over 30.6 million with a 23% interest rate, and then registered a company that had her husband, Peter Mensah, who is also a private legal practitioner, as one of the directors as well, and linked to other companies that were established by her to allegedly run this particular scheme. She's not alone in this. According to the Attorney General, there are a number of market agents who are also being investigated as a result of this, all of them numbering about 12. Now, according to the Attorney General, according to the details they have with the investigation they've been conducting since January up until now, over 548 million cedis in total has been lost to this National Service scheme, the ghost names scandal. Over 548 million Ghana cedis. He broke it down that for the 2017-2018 service period, 25 million cedis and over was said to have been lost. In the 2018-2019 service period, over 21.6 million cedis was also recorded as the money that was lost to this ghost name scandal. In the 2021-2022 academic period, for the service period, over 55.6 million was lost to this National Service ghost name scandal. For the 2022-2023 service period, and that is the highest, Kemeni, over 350.9 million cedis was lost to this ghost name scandal in the National Service Scheme, over 350 million. And he explains that that particular year, there were a number of things as well that this whole cartel put together to siphon that much money, registering a lot more companies that then also linked to some data of the National Service personnel who were either rejected at the point of registration, but then they had put in their numbers. So they used those numbers to, as it were, pursue this particular scheme that they had put together. And then for the 2023-2024 service year, 32.8 million and over was lost to this scandal, according to the details that the Attorney General gave today. These are the charges, Kemeni, that he is going to press against these 12 individuals. Stealing, contrary to Section 1241, and then also conspiracy to steal, willfully causing financial loss to the state, and then also conspiracy to commit money laundering, and then also using public office for private gain. These are the charges that the Attorney General is going to press against these individuals who have been named as the collaborators and the perpetrators in these ghost names, alleged National Service Authority ghost name scandal. So we're keeping an eye on how things are playing out. The Attorney General is quite clear in his mind that the state has a case and there are timelines they're going to work with to ensure that this trial is pursued in a very timeous manner to ensure that the money is retrieved. And he indicated that recovery is an integral part of the strategy of the Operation Recover or Loot. So this is the update the Attorney General gave in this ongoing investigation into the National Service Authority ghost name scandal. Cabinet.
Indeed, Alfred, if you can hear me, we also know that he talked about the issue of recoveries, which you just mentioned, that he would ensure that the monies will be returned. But then he also said that he does not think that everything could be recovered. What did he mean by that?
Well, he had indicated that a number of them had also used the monies to, as it were, invest in other things. Property, they're looking at some cars as well that could be confiscated as well, some accounts that have been frozen. But then again, for as long as he is concerned, this amount, and he indicated this could be more. This is what they have identified so far. But the money could be more because this is an ongoing investigation. It's not ended even after this particular update because of the investments or some of the avenues that this money has been put in. It could prove difficult to recover. And that's why he indicated that it may be difficult to retrieve within the shortest possible time. But then that does not also belabor the point that the recovery is a central focus of this entire operation that they have put together, because the amount involved, over 548 million Ghana cedis, is huge. He's indicated a number of things, a number of projects that money could be used for, and that is what they're going to be pursuing. Kemeni.
And then he also said that he had rejected negotiations for some of the suspects to attend prosecution witness. What explanation did he give for that?
He had indicated, first of all, that there was some news in the media that he was approaching some persons to, as it were, talk them into agreeing to serve as prosecution witnesses and some form of agreement with them. He indicated he has never met any such individual or suspects after naming them and then now going backdoor to engage them to be prosecution witnesses. He says that has never happened. He has never approached any of them to come to a sort of agreement or a plea with them. It is some of these individuals who are suspects who are sending people to his office to, as it were, reach an agreement with his office to avoid prosecution. So that is what is happening. And it's also indicated that some of the staff and directors of the National Service Authority came to his office to get some sort of agreement, the non-prosecution agreement with him. But when they assessed the details of the information that they gave, they indicated that it cannot be possible. They have to also go through prosecution because their involvement is extensive, or was extensive to the extent that they cannot necessarily have that agreement and then escape prosecution because they want to serve as prosecution witnesses. Some of them, the Attorney General had to apply discretion in assessing the information that they gave, indicated that they cannot serve as prosecution witnesses. They would have to rather go through prosecution. Kemani.
I see. And then there is the issue of Gift Awari. She's not only a person of interest in this, but also generates a lot of conversation around the NSA Scandal, as we have come to call it. The AG elaborates exactly what her alleged role in this is. Talk to us about that.
Well, he indicated, the Attorney General indicated that, as I mentioned earlier, Gift Awari Mensah, as she's known, Mrs. Gift Awari Mensah, according to the Attorney General, the investigation that they have had, and then also information so far from the investigation, is that she allegedly secured or obtained a loan of over 30.6 million Ghana cedis from the ADB with an interest of 23% using the data of some national service personnel. And then she also established a number of companies. One he mentioned as the Block of Life Consult, which had her husband named Peter Mensah, a private legal practitioner, as one of the directors. And the monies were allegedly, according to the Attorney General, diverted into the accounts of this particular company and other companies as well. And when the monies got in there into the account of this said company, the market agents who also served as collaborators in this entire scheme would also receive their share after the monies were paid to these said ghost names or non-existent national service persons. Also, quite apart from the ghost names, according to the Attorney General, the National Service Authority put some projects in their yearly proposals to Parliament. And when these projects were approved and monies allocated to the said projects, those monies are then diverted into private accounts and not used for the execution of the said project. So the monies we're talking about did not accrue only as a result of the ghost names, but also some monies that were allocated to the National Service Authority to execute projects that were never done. Kemani.
Indeed, Alfred. And then finally, we know he talked about prosecution. Did he give an actual day or date when prosecution will begin? For instance, starting with applying the charges.
Kemani, if you come again, I didn't hear that.
Well, I'm asking, did he give an actual date when some proper concrete moves will be done in respect to the charges that he had announced?
Well, I asked that question about when prosecution is going to start. He indicated that, yes, they've done their work. They're confident about the information they've gotten so far from the investigation that they have done. They're confident that they are going to, in fact, they have a case to prosecute. But then again, as we do know, prosecution is not a walk in the park in such cases. And so they're going to start as soon as possible. They will prefer these charges and put these persons before court. He didn't give specific date or timelines to it, but the answer he gave to that second question I asked is that they're going to do this as soon as possible after this update that has been given today. Kemani.
Indeed, Alfred, we'll leave it here. Thank you so much for talking to us. Alfred Okanse is a man on the ground. He covered that very important news.